Sun Sawed in Half.
And everyone had like similar interests in creating original music, and Tim Rose had some very interesting songs. He was very into Brian Wilson at that time, so everything had a very jangly 60s kind of a thing to it, and it interested me because I love that era of music also.
We played on stage and recorded together.
And Ken had a real knack for arranging vocals. That was kind of his primary role, and to play guitar.
And then I put out an album in 2000 and had him come and play on that. So he's been a presence for the last 30 years, sort of in and out, working with each other. So, you know. See, what's great about it is that, you know, you bring me stuff that's already pretty fully formed, more fully formed than you actually think that it
Yeah,
is.
I guess so. Well, and the other thing is I recently acquired a Barry sax, and I just couldn't wait to use it. So I basically wrote this song so that I could play some Barry.
Well, there you go. Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Because he has the same kind of nerdy attitude about music that I do. To have fun and to really express ourselves. Dave gave me one of his tunes called Just Chill. He had a song form kind of figured out, and chords that he had mapped out, and they suggested the internationally recognized Grover Washington Jr.
Yeah,
chord change.
it does have the two of us chord changes. What are you gonna do?
That's okay, because it's contrafact composition is where you take a tune's chord changes and write a new melody over it. That's how all the bebop standards got written. So you're ripping off music in a great tradition of music.
Right.
Had him come in on a session, which I'd had him done a few times, and then I didn't hear him for a while, and this Corpus Alienum album came out called Testing Testing. It had his name on it. It said featuring Dave Farver, and one of his friends on the gig said, "Hey man, you're on this record and it sounds kick-ass." So,
and I listened to it and I was like, holy shit, it sounded so warm and so lush, and he was doing a lot of ambient stuff, which I'm really into right now. So I was like, because I had about, I don't know, a dozen songs that were in various stages of completion, and I thought, you know, maybe it's time to flesh these things out completely.
Dave writes these really interesting sort of left field tunes. I don't contribute to anybody else's work unless I think I have something to say. It goes both ways, the help, you know. I'm helping him with his release, and he's helping my releases sound really great.
And use his knowledge of mixing and recording and his guitar playing, and flesh these things out and finish them up and actually put something out. Trying to make some art, you know?
Yeah.
At some point, you should create something new. Your favorite song, you heard it for the first time, so you gave it a chance. and then you decided you liked it, and then you played it a million times, and then it became your favorite or whatever. You know, it grew on you. Not every song that becomes your favorite was your favorite the first time you heard it. You have to give it a chance, and you have to let it breathe a little bit, and listen to it in your car, in your stereo, in your headphones, and it's a different experience. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is give it a chance. If you didn't like it the first time, maybe play it a second time in a different place and see how it hits you then. But don't just give up on it because it's not Journey, or it's not Foreigner, or it's not REO Speedwagon. You know,
I'm really disappointed because that's what I was hoping it would be.
Yeah, well, if I had to try to describe the kind of stuff we're doing, some funky grooves going on. And with his stuff, especially when I heard the song that I was on, I went and dug into his catalog. What is it, Montavani? What's it called?
Montavani Boogeyman.
Montavani Boogeyman.
That's an album from 2021.
It's like the meters, and it's just really cool, funky grooves, which I eat that shit up. I love that stuff. So I was like, hell yeah, you know, some of my stuff is on these lines anyway. The digital effects were so warm and cinematic, and just so well placed that I really wanted to get that kind of quality on my recordings.
We're gonna finish this fucking thing. It's gonna be great. You guys are gonna love it.
Yeah.
Coming to a cutout bin near you.
So close.